What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the newest member of the New York Giants coaching staff, and that is our new defensive coordinator, Don Wink Martindale. And if you watch my channel, you know that I love Don Wink Martindale and that I wanted him to be the next defensive coordinator of the team once Brian Daboll was hired to be the head coach of the New York Giants, because Brian Daboll's mainly an offensive-minded coach, and we needed a really strong defensive coordinator, and we're getting one of the best ones in all of the National Football League. Taking a look very quickly at Don Wink Martindale's resume in the NFL, he started off in 2004 with the Oakland Raiders. He was the linebackers coach there for 4 seasons before being the linebackers coach for the Denver Broncos in 2009, and then shortly after that he became the defensive coordinator of the Broncos in 2010. That was his first ever defensive coordinator opportunity, and that was just not a good Denver Bronco team. So they failed miserably. He was dismissed. He took a year off, and then he finally found his way to the Baltimore Ravens, which has been a very important part of his career, and that's been the best part of his career so far. He's been the linebackers coach. He was the linebackers coach there from 2012 to 2017. And then he became the defensive coordinator there for 4 seasons from 2018 to 2021. And he always had a great defense there. I mean, every season he was just a tremendous defensive coordinator. He's a very aggressive guy, which seems like that's the way the Giants want to go. Daboll, I feel like, is going to be an aggressive play caller offensively, or whoever calls the plays. For the Giants, I think it's going to be a very aggressive approach, and I think that's why Brian Daboll really wanted Don Wink Martindale to be his defensive coordinator. This is my favorite hire. The Giants have had a defensive coordinator spot in a while. I mean, Patrick Graham, I love Patrick Graham, but I mean, you're talking about a guy who's been dominant for the majority, for all 4 seasons of him being a defensive coordinator. He won the Super Bowl as the linebackers coach in Baltimore, so he's got a Super Bowl under his belt. And all the players and everybody that you talk to around the league and that the media spoke to, they'll have really good things to say about Don Wink Martindale, and they don't know how he got fired from the Ravens job, and Harbaugh had nothing but good things to say when he announced that he was moving on from the 58-year-old. Martindale, like I said before, he's very aggressive, and he's going to blitz a lot. A lot of Giants fans, they didn't like the fact that Patrick Graham didn't blitz enough and that he was not aggressive enough, but you're going to get the complete opposite now. Martindale's going to blitz a ton. He's going to be super aggressive, and teams, when you play the Baltimore Ravens over the past 3 or 4 years, teams had no clue what to expect. You don't know if they were going to send 3 guys, 4 guys, 5 guys, 6 guys, or 7 guys. When the Giants played the Ravens at the end of last year, I mean, that was a disaster. I mean, Don Wink Martindale, he figured out that the Giants had a terrible O-line, and all he did was he sent the house. They sacked Jones a bunch of times. The offensive line was bad that game. And it's going to be interesting because the Giants actually have the Ravens on the schedule this year, I believe. So that's going to be a very interesting game, him going up against his former team. But overall, with Martindale, I think this is a really good hire, and I think it's going to bring the best out of a lot of our pass rushers. Azeez Ojulari, I think he's going to take a big jump in this new system that Don Wink Martindale brings here. It's a blitz-first approach. It's a very aggressive defense, and sometimes the Giants are going to give up big plays, and it is what it is when you're playing this type of defense. You obviously hope that that's not the case, but I think it's definitely, it's going to happen. After seeing who the Giants brought in as the GM and head coach, I think a lot of fans really, came to believe that we were going to really build this team around the secondary, because the Buffalo Bills did that, and so did the Baltimore Ravens with Don Wink Martindale. They had a very, very good secondary. They have some of the best corners in the league. So expect the Giants to really attack that. And they're not going to shy away from the defense. As much as they need help on that O-line, they're going to fix the O-line. They're going to try their best in this offseason. You already know that based off what Joe Shane and Brian Dable have said, but don't expect them to stay away from that defense. They're going to take, in my opinion, I have a feeling that they're going to go with best defensive player available after taking one offensive lineman in the draft this year. I really do believe that they're going to go. One of those picks is going to be a defensive player, whether that's a linebacker, whether that's an edge rusher, whether that's a corner. I don't know, but I just have a feeling that the Giants are going to go with a defensive player in the draft this year. As for Bradbury, I think he's going to get cut. I wouldn't either cut or traded. Hopefully traded, because I feel like he's worth something. I just can't see him being a part of this team moving forward into the future because of Joe Shane saying multiple times he wants to free up $40 million of cap space. I don't know how you could do that without taking away James Bradbury's $12.1 million, or saving his $12.1 million by cutting him. It's definitely interesting. We'll see what the Giants, end up doing. It's definitely going to be an interesting offseason, to say the least. But overall, this hire is a very good one, and it's one that excites a lot of Giant fans, and myself included. I really wanted Don Martindale, and I'm really happy that he's going to be the defensive coordinator for the New York Giants. The deal he signed is a 3-year deal, which means he's going to be under contract for 3 years unless he gets a head coaching position next year. I don't know if he. I would probably lean that he won't after next year, maybe in two years, maybe. But I feel like he could be a guy that he's here for quite a bit of time, and that would be a very, very good thing for the Giants. But we'll see what happens. I just really am excited for this hiring. Expect a very aggressive Giants defense, and all around expect the offense and defense to be fairly aggressive. Expect this team to send the house, and hopefully the Giants can fix that secondary after not so much fix it, but improve it. It's definitely going to be an exciting offseason, and I'm going to have you guys covered on throughout the offseason. But guys, that's all I got in this video. You guys let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts on this very exciting hire of Don Martindale, the next defensive coordinator of the New York Giants. As always, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We'll see you guys all in the next video. Let's go Giants.